Hello everyone, BleachBummer here again, and welcome to Touhou 7.5, Immaterial and Missing Power. This is a little different from the original Touhou games, as it's the first fighting game in the series. Anyway, basic story mode will let you play through one of the stories. You'll first start off with either Rimu the Strong Man? Yeah. Marisa, the Magician, Sakuya, the Maid of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, Alice, the yokai that can control dolls, Patchouli, the witch who resides in the Scarlet Devil Mansion's library, or the half-human, half-ghost gardener, Yomu. After you complete these 6 stories, you will unlock Remilia, who was the final boss of the 6th game, and is the mistress of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, and Yuyuko, who is the ghost princess of the Netherworld, and the final boss of the 7th game. Once you complete both Yuyuko and Remilia's stories, you'll also unlock another character, and after completing that character's story, you'll unlock the last character's story in the game. But I'm not revealing those characters just yet. Arcade mode. You basically select one of the playable characters and you will undergo a... Sorry, I lost my train of thought for a sec, but you'll just undergo battles against all the other characters, just like an arcade fighting game. These two are basically the dual options, which let you fight either a computer-controlled opponent or a human-controlled opponent. Practice mode is just for you to get used to the game. Replay the same, music room is the same, results the same, options pretty much different this time. These two I don't think really matter much. You can just change the difficulty right here, and yes, it is on easy. This is going to be only the first time I will do this on easy, because I've played this on normal, and I'll just be downright honest, the controls for this game are bad. This fighting game is very unpolished, so it's hard to beat it on normal. And the fighting games are meant to be easy. Trust me. I played all 3 fighting games, and after the other 2 after this one are much easier. This is just really bad. And we get the option to change the music and sound volume. Finally. And so yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess before we start the story, I'll just go into practice mode. And also, the gatekeeper of the Scarlet Devil Mansion, Meiling, is also playable, but only for duel and practice mode. She doesn't have her own story, and I believe she's not playable in arcade. So, since she's not going to pretty much have much of a intro for this game, why not? We'll just use her for practice mode. And why not? We'll make her fight herself, because that's something you can do in this game. And you can choose the stage, but we'll just go here for starters. So yeah, basic controls before I start the story, this is what I meant to say. Arrow keys to move around, up is to jump, down is to duck. If you double tap left or right, you can perform a dash move, which is good for dodging. Anyway, the controls to attack. Z is for weak, close attack at close range, but it can be also used for projectiles, depending on how much distance you have. X is a much stronger close range attack, and also has some projectiles, depending on your distance. C is just always projectiles. V, and if you don't rather double tap, you can also hold V and just hold the key to dash. There's even a high jump apparently. Well, not sure if I'll call that a high jump, but it's a good evasion move if you hold Z and up. Not Z, I mean V. Well, you can alter the controls with the config, but I'm just using the basic ones right now. Anyway, furthermore, if you press, like, let me give you an example here. Let's see, you press down, right, and yeah, you can do stronger moves depending on your position. Yeah, but you can look at the combos here. As you can see, I was trying to do something, but trust me, they're really hard to pull off because this game's just really unpolished still. So really, it's just almost all about button mashing. So yeah, with that out of the way, let's begin with the stories. And I'll be playing as you probably can guess, my best character, who is my favorite character in the series, Remilia. It's either that or I play as Sakuya or Patchouli, but really Patchouli is only good because I just spam magic and keep my distance. I really can only do close range fighting pretty much with Remilia and Sakuya. Yeah, story for this game is that every so often there's a feast. It's 3 days away right now, and every day during the feast, a strange mist is around that covers the land. And right now, before the feast, one of the characters that you play as will try and find out who the culprit is. That's pretty much the gist of the story. I might have messed up a little bit, but yeah, I'm really sorry if I messed up. I'm just really not too focused much on this game. It's right now probably my least favorite in this series. Yeah, anyway, for Remilia's story, your first opponent is Sakuya. Remilia is a pretty fast character with strong physical attacks. Sakuya, as you can see here, is able to... She's a good fighter, probably, I'd say, average at fighting, but her knives have great range. It can basically hit a lot of target. Well, hit the target a lot of times, I mean to say. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, as you notice, I have like a white HP bar, and she had a white one, but it's now on red. Oh yeah, she has a third pair of knives during this move. But yeah, that's kind of, I can explain it. Only in story mode will they have spell cards like this that happen during certain points when they lost a certain amount of health. It's kind of really weird and hard to handle. This spell's easy. But yeah, as for your own health, and this works in arcade mode as well, you have only 2 bars. And this move just has a lot more knives. So yeah, if you have 2 bars of health, if you lose both your bars, you use a life. You lose all your lives, you have to use a continue, and only for the 8 characters stories prior to the last 2, if you continue before the second or third to last battle, you will basically get the bad ending. So yeah, it's not easy. And trust me, this is kind of why I'm doing this on easy right now, because I've just grown tired of normal. Even with my best character, I haven't been on normal, and I freaking just drove me mad. So don't worry, this will be the only exception for easy. After this, every game will be on normal. Unless I manage to think hard, try a harder difficulty. But that's unlikely. Yeah, and this movie just has a lot more stars than she shoots across. This is one of the more annoying moves for Marisa. Why'd I fly into that? Oh, wow. Okay. Suit yourself. Yeah, it's hard to pull off on normal. I mean, you can attempt this on normal if you want, but really, many fans don't really like this fighting game. They much prefer the other two. So, you can get this if you want, but yeah, I have no comment about this game beyond this point. Oh yeah, Marisa is just basically a powerful magic user, but some of her physical attacks are pretty powerful as well. She's probably one of the average fighters. With Sakuya probably being... well, I'm not really sure. It's really hard to understand characters' fighting styles for this game. All I can say is that Remilia is fast and good with physical attacks. She's better for close range. Yeah, remove. Probably the basic character of the bunch. If you know how to use her, you can combo well with her amulets. So I don't really like using Remo in the fighting games. Wow. Wow, I've completely... Yeah, it's pretty much at this point that I'd be probably on my second bar of health if this was scenario. And at the risk of losing, I could... Either that, or I'll still be on 4, but at the risk of losing, I continue. Well, one of the two. Either still on white, or on red, and at the risk of losing, I'll continue. Not I'll continue, I'm in a life. And I believe for this move she just has... Yeah, she has more yin-yang orbs and... I'm not sure for the other spell card, but I believe... Well, I know for Marisa's second spell card, I forgot to mention, she just summons more stars. For this one, for Remu, I think... her first spell card, she just has stronger shots. Oh yeah, this one actually is kind of annoying on normal, because she jumps around a lot. Like, you saw how she leaped. She'll do that constantly. I am just really being cheap. Even after, basically after doing that move, she'll just jump around constantly. And I'm giving you some insight on normal. That's because I've played through it on normal.